Well, I'm back. My mind went totally blank thinking of next page design. Don't know why, but it just did. So, I had a wee hunt through some of YouTube for some inspiration, and I've decided on this for my second page. This paper is from the Prima Cartograph paper, and it's that one there. It's the wood effect. But it goes fine with the Madame Pro colour spectrum, which is why I'm using it. And it also blends quite well with the darkness around the page, if that makes any sense. I don't think I want to cover that butterfly up though, so I might use a different page for this. Yeah, I think I'll use this page. But what I want to do for this one is to add something along here to distinguish it. What? No idea. Did think about maybe some material of some sort, but I don't think that's going to work. My other option is using another paper, just a thin strip. So I'm going to see what else I've got that's similar colour scheme to this and see if I can do it with it. Not merged too well. I'm happy with that one. Let's see what I've got here. Excuse the noise, people. Just me doing my usual writing place. No. That might work. That's possible. No, that one. Right, so just going to add possibly a 2-inch strip. But again, I want to do it not a 2-inch strip, a 2cm strip, but I want to do it on an angle again so that the paper looks the same type of thing. So what angle did I take that at? Put it like that. Because I want to have a same degree of angle. I don't want it to be too much out, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So I'll put a wee mark there and a wee mark there. And let it go. As I said, this is why I don't do mini album tutorials, because I'm so indecisive and I take so long doing them. But I think showing the processes of them is a good idea, because for instance there I just lost my train of thought. I couldn't think what I wanted to do, and I went onto YouTube and I found a few videos that kind of gave me some inspiration, and I was off again. Otherwise, if I didn't have YouTube, that doesn't look right. If I hadn't checked YouTube or there wasn't any videos with some ideas on them, I would have still been sitting twiddling my thumbs, not knowing what to do. So in that respect, I'm quite glad that people do put up these type of process videos and show what they're doing. And I'm just freehand cutting this rather than pulling up my cutting guillotine, because it's just, my desk is a bit cluttered if I'm honest, and I cannot be bothered clearing it all. Definitely going to need to get more shelving round about here, because it's honestly, it's getting beyond a joke to try and work on it. Right, stay Mr. Ruler. Right. That's not been on, that's not been on, this is going on. With that going on there. Yeah. Yep, like that better. And then I can add something else on that if I want it at a later point. Right, but we need to trim this page down as well slightly. So we want to keep the darkness round the side. So I'm just bringing it in ever so slightly. And I'll just trim it by eye, because it's only going to be one snip, like that. And that should fit there perfectly, which it does. And I'm not even rounding the corners on that, I will sand them slightly. And as I said, that's just to blend it with what I've already put down. So I will be adding just a wee bit of ink to that, so that that merges. And the same on the other side. Nothing too dark or obscene, just blending it in. And again, my EPG gun coming into play. Stay. Yeah, I'm losing it, I'm talking to my materials so they don't all fall. Absolutely knackered today. I've not done a thing really, but I just feel shattered. Jaden's going to his nana's tomorrow, and he's not coming back till Tuesday. So it's going to be a nice wee relaxing few days, and hopefully get some nice crafting done without any interruptions. Right, so this is going in here, and I'm not worried about the punch holes because I can see them on the other side to match them up, and I'm just making sure that's down properly. My hands will get a bit inky, I'm not caring. Right, and as you see the other side, obviously I've covered the punch hole, but just going to go over that and punch it out, and we're done. And it's just caught a slight wee bit. That's absolutely fine. And again, I'm just going to go over that with a tiny wee bit of distress ink. Because that's quite a dark paper, I'm not fussed. As long as it takes the whiteness away from the punch hole. Like that. Right, then we'll just get our wee strip to put on. And again, I'm just using my EPG. So that's just across. And I'm in a wee bit because I want to be able to trim it if I need to on one of the sides. And I'm starting over here, where, in fact I'll start at that end where it's up to the corner. So just matching it over where the paper starts, and then just position it up. And before you stick it properly down, just trim it where you need to trim it. And I'm just judging by eye as per normal. So maybe a little bit over, but I'll just ink those edges and it will merge. Absolutely fine. So that's a nice size pocket there. When you've got, this obviously isn't going in it, but you've got a good size of pocket there for things to go through. I think that needs something else on it. Bit of the wrong thing maybe. Got that trim already cut. Put it across that way, all the way to the pocket. Decisions. Nope. I did put flat part on the frame. I don't know what I've done with. I was asking if you don't know. Right, nice. Don't know what length it'll be on it though. Just a second. That's a bit long on this side. You'll see when I'm in. I'll just turn it that way for you to see what I'm talking about. Right, so there to there. If you look at the last bead on this side, it's too long. But that would have been nice. I think if I'd realised earlier, I could have pulled it up a bit. But leave it out because I might put that on another page then. I do like that. So much in this job, yeah, I can't find what I actually want. Well, this one might work. There's not much of it right enough, but might be okay. No, it's not. Nowhere near big enough. Rah rah rah. Do what to add that again because I've already got that on the page before it. What have I got in here? We have some embellishments that were sent to me from Steve, who's Black Cat Craft. That's quite nice. It's obviously going to be that way though. And I wouldn't darken that up too much if I'm honest. I think that'll work. So, what will we use to cover it? Maybe a napkin. Maybe some ink of gold. Let's try that ink of gold. Oh, that is it. Not mudding over. Not a good move. Amount of stuff in my bins. Right, so first point, don't ever put water in your ink of gold because it will go yucky. Just pick out enough, and because I'm using a glass mat, I'll just put it straight on there. Or you can use a palette, a bit of plastic, whatever you wish. Then get your water, and I have got a water spray somewhere. I just need to fill it up a bit. And I'll just fill it from my tub. My tub's got plenty in it at the moment. That'll be fine. And I'm just spritzing some water on it, and the same with my craft knife where I've just took it off. And just brush that part off it so you're not wasting any. And then just give your knife a wee clean so it doesn't stick to that permanently. Sorry, it's a bit glary in here. I'm definitely going to need to put a lampshade up there to stop it being so glary. And then all you're doing is, you can leave it very, very loose, which is absolutely fine, not a problem. But for me, I like it to be quite a deep pearl effect. I like to see the colour on it. And you can mix these colours because there's a bit of blue in that and a dark bit of brown. So you could use a cobalt blue ink of gold, and we've actually got quite a few new colours out that I don't have. Gutted, love ink of gold as well, but needs must. so much new stuff I want. Tim Holtz is just winding me up with all these new colours, inks, and ink I go with their stuff, and new dyes coming out. It's just constant. I would need to win the lottery to have everything I wanted. And then you're just putting it on. And as I said, you can be as rough or as precise as you wish. It's totally up to you. As I said, you don't have to use this dry. You can, and it will give a very, very opaque finish where you won't be able to see the wood at all through it. It will just come up like a metal piece. Or you can do what I'm doing here, which is putting it on quite loosely as a paint. You can then obviously go back over it if you want to cover any certain part, or you can leave it like that. It's totally up to you. I'm doing the back and front, just in case there's any wee bits that you miss round the wording in the middle, or it's easily done. And to be honest, it takes 2 seconds. It's not as if it's going to take an extra hour. And it dries pretty quickly as well, especially on untreated woods, etc. It's dry in minutes. And then once it's dry, you can actually buff it up slightly. It won't give you the same buff as what it would be if you had put it on cream, dry, as a cream, but it will still give you a bit of a sheen. Right, so that's that part now. I'm going to leave that out because I'm going to do another couple of bits, I think, while I've got it out. I'm just going to grab a bit of tissue. I've got alcohol on this one, actually. Doesn't matter. And then all I'm doing is just put my finger on a certain part and just give it a quick buff over, and it will just take off any of the excess bits. Don't worry about your toilet paper breaking up, that's fine. It's a bit of toilet paper, for goodness sake. Or kitchen roll, or whatever you're using. It's not the end of the world. And then just I'd roughly go over the back. Using my brush, I'd just take off any wee loose extra bits that are there. And there's a wee bit in the E that's doing my knitting. You'll see it there. So that's out. And in there, there's a wee bit of loose wood, so that's coming out as well. Is it? No. Right, that's it out. And as I said, it is pretty good coverage. I'm just going round inside to the letters where the tissue might not have got to, and taking out the excess. And that's it there, covered. And it is quite decent looking. There is a bit of sheen on it. You can add more if you wish. It says you can put as many layers on as you want till you get the effect you want. But I will be adding that to the bottom part of it. I'll show you where I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it off camera because I'm going to use this, and I don't want to put it down on that wet. So it'll be going along there, like that. and I will probably put a few wee gemstones or something up here just to finish the page, and then that'll be it. So that's page 2 done. Thanks for watching, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.